there, Lucia. My apologies, Fan. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There'll be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman who Lord Mamillion ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated into Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still, others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least. The Trojans are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, the Moon Hamlet is any indication. Theirs have been more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, the people seemed disillusioned. You spoke with them, then? I see. Ceramic placed his trust in me. It would be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. People's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we shall do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for them all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Merc's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Fen, you will deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead. Get up, Amamelian. You're going with him. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, alright. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroi? Honoroi! I could have sworn he was... I assume that Honoroi was lowborn as well, and has now abandoned his master and altogether. Oh, Stabbernaven. Ah, right. Alright then. I assume maybe Honoré was like, screw this, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Keep your money. Just throws their gill at them. leaves. See anything of Thancred? Odd. The boy struck me as rather devoted type. What reason would he have to leave his master unattended for so long? The boy is currently in little pieces. Currently being fed to the dogs. Or the pigs. Whichever one you like. Okay, well, he's somewhere that I haven't seen yet. Where are you, you little bastard? Is he hiding back here? Maybe he's over here somewhere. Yeah, Otherwise.
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairoujian without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
He got fucked up. I will take him to the kitchens. It's the least I can do. I may have overreacted. But it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, or excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. That the past is the past. There is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. That little shit had it coming. What does this look like? That looks terrible. What does this look like? Well, that looks nice. What does this look like? No, I see. What does this look like? Holy shit, it's a sword. Haven't really played Paladin much. I mean, Samurai much. Alright, I'm gonna go take a leak. I'll be right back. And we are back. Thancred. What's up? I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Thancred is 100% over that little man's bullshit. Thancred just throws up his arms and is like, fuck this. I'm going to Ishgard. He's like, Alucard. I'm going for a walk. No, you're not. Part of the demonstration and its resolution outstripping you, Fen. Has outstripped you, Fen? Every man, woman, and child in Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumoured that my youngster's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration, What exactly came to pass? Well, it all started. I see. So the truth of it. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate beast we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Had we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmond, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. We must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But, as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, but they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, an undeniably righteous cause. It is a bitter reflection, but, lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yes, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by all the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for a joint military exercise to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought that to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would do just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. But better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women of all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the gates of judgment, a victory under such conditions would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism. It is true, but if we all should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son take part of the grand melee. By his deeds he has brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation to honor. As you wish, my lord? If it is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Fen. We have no time to lose. Fen, would you be ever so kind to deliver the instructions to Lucia? I shall write the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Don't worry, Thancred. You'll have the first option to punch him again. I swear. So that's their solution, a grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom have already taken into their confidence. Upon whom they have already come to rely so heavily on. And will you oblige them when this proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Friends and comrades, my friend. No nation. Poor choice of words. For friends tried and true, then. Living in the lost. So, for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field the force comprising of the Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Oh. Thancred, you're just upset. It's okay. Lucia, what's up? Well met, Sven. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich? Yeah, he wants to do a grand melee. Our best soldiers beating the hell out of other people's best soldiers is the best way to make sure that we are all ready to beat the hell out of each other all the time. I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Emmerich would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions. These are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch, Thancred's going and talking to Hilda. Did he now? How considerate, Master Thancred, to seek out the young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Well, now we have to go find Hilda. It just so happens it's probably right here. Damn it! Probably right. Damn it! Yeah. Just break our legs. Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Emmerich's grand sortie. Soiree. Seems to expect us to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing. Because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well, well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, though. I hate to ask, but have you seen our favorite lordling? But you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. on the assumption that he has not been found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and you the pillars. Sounds good. I'll head on to the pillars. I'm going to go to last vid. Oh. The jeweled crozier. Boy, where are you? Come, boy. Little boy. I carried Honoroi to the manor. Our best Carriagans are tending to him as we speak. He is yet to wake, but surely he will. So father volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be, whereas I'm a son of House Fortin, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, or a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes. Not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, till your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honoroi, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. You see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go see Sir Emmerich, and I will make my own decision. Well then. He's finally growing a spine. His balls have dropped at last. I'm so proud of him. You will walk proudly in there and say, Father, I will... I'll do it. Oh, he has something else he says. Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? Yeah, Honoroi came in, about a million came in. I see. Very well. You may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee. Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.